Today we're going to crochet a freesia hydrangea pendant. Crochet uses a 2.5 mm crochet wool. 5 strands of milk cotton are used. Next we begin to crochet. First, wrap your fingers twice. Remove the needle lifting ring. Crochet penetration. Bring out a coil winding. Take out another coil. Pull up the coil. The crochet goes into the loop. Take out the unfinished medium and long needles 3 times. The modeling needles mentioned later refer to this. 3 unfinished medium and long needles. Hold the leftmost line with your left hand. The winding pulls out all the coils on the crochet at one time. The crochet goes through the thread pinched on the far left. Bring out a coil. Now there are 2 coils on the crochet. The winding is pulled out at one time. Then hook a locking pin. Coil enlargement. The crochet is wound in the hole at the top. Crochet out 3 unfinished medium and long needles. Then we came to the needle ring. Continue to crochet 3 unfinished medium and long stitches. Hold the leftmost coil with your left hand. Winding. Pull out all the coils on the crochet at one time. The crochet goes through the coil on the left. Winding, pull out. Pull out the winding again at one time. Hook another locking pin. Coil enlargement. Then we wound the wire in the hole at the top. Weave 3 unfinished medium and long needles. Then wind the wire. Hook and weave 3 unfinished medium and long needles in the needle lifting ring. Hold the leftmost coil with your left hand. Winding. Pull out the coil on the crochet at one time. The crochet goes through the coil held on the left. Take out a coil. Winding, hook out. Hook another locking pin. Pull the coil wider. Hook again in the same way. After the hook is woven, let's crochet the last set. The winding is hooked in the hole at the top. 3 unfinished medium and long needles. Crochet winding. Come to the needle ring and crochet the unfinished medium and long needle 3 times. Then the crochet winding came. First hole. Tail 3 unfinished medium and long needles. Hold the leftmost coil with your left hand. One time pulling out of winding. The crochet goes through the leftmost coil. Hook out a coil. One more stitch. Then hook and weave a locking needle, and the coil is enlarged. Then we tighten the thread at the beginning. In this way, the needle lifting ring will shrink. Then we hook up the second winding. In the first hole, crochet out 3 unfinished medium and long needles. Hold the leftmost coil. One time pull out. The crochet passes through the left coil. Hook out a coil. One more stitch. Then hook another locking pin and pull the coil wider. Buckle the first stitch with a mark. Mark the hook winding at tongue donjier. Hook out 3 unfinished medium and long stitches. Then the crochet is wound from the first needle. Bottom. This hole goes through. 3 unfinished medium and long stitches are crocheted. Then came to the next hole. Hook out 3 unfinished medium and long stitches. Hold the leftmost coil winding with your left hand. Disposable prolapse. The crochet goes through the leftmost coil. Tick out a coil. Winding hook out. Then hook and weave a locking needle, and the coil is enlarged. Then the winding is hooked and woven in the same hole. 3 unfinished medium and long needles. To the bottom. Moving eyes. Crochet out 3 unfinished medium and long needles. Then came to the next hole. Tell 3 unfinished medium and long needles. Hold the leftmost coil with your left hand. One time out of winding. The crochet passes through the left coil. Tick out a coil, and tick it again. One locking needle coil is enlarged. Then we continue to hook and throw twice in the same way. After the 2 sets of hooks are woven, then let's crochet the last group. Needle winding. In the same hole, weave 3 unfinished medium and long needles. Then come to the next mobilization. 3 unfinished medium and long needles were purchased. Then came the last hole. Crochet out 3 unfinished medium and long needles. Then take off the mark buckle of the first needle. We crochet 3 in the first stitch. Incomplete medium and long needles. We can fasten the coil on the left with a mark buckle first. Then pull all the coils at once. The crochet goes through the leftmost coil. Bring out a coil. Remove the mark buckle. Then merge the 2 needles. Hook and knit another lock needle. So we finish the second lap. Then we fill some cotton. Then we knit the third circle. Performance. Stay. The first hole. Hook out 3 unfinished medium and long stitches. Then came to the second mobilization. 3 unfinished medium and long needles were purchased. Then came to the third mobilization. Crochet out 3 unfinished medium and long needles. Let's take out another crochet. Then hook it in the fourth hole. 3 unfinished medium and long needles. Then in the fifth hole, crochet out 3 unfinished medium and long needles. Place a tick buckle on the line on the left. The winding pulls out all the coils on the crochet at one time. Let's pull out the first 2. Coil of Government Affairs. Then pull the coil wider. Another crochet goes through the coil. Continue to drag out the remaining all coils. Then buckle the marked from the mark. In the coil. Outgoing. Remove the marking buckle. One time out of winding. Hook another locking pin. Let's cut the thread. Hide Xiantao and other needles at will. The arrow cuts a very lovely little hydrangea. We'll hook it up. Next, let's hook and weave this lanyard in this. At this edge. And top. Find any hole here. Charger. Bring out a line. We will inform you after communication. 29 braided pins. After hooking up 29 braid pins, we return to 1, 2, 3 positive. Put it in the third braid. Hook 3 drawing pins. 2, 3 after 3 pull-out pins are hooked. We again. A hole in the beginning. Continue to purchase a pull-out needle. Then crochet a standing needle and break the thread. Then we hook up the part of the rope. Or on our hands. About the length of 4 fingers. May this is me. Through here. Hit a driver. Let's wrap around here. Boss first. The purl came in. We can find a hole at the bottom of this small hydrangea. Early spring. Let's wear it like this a few more times. Yes.